Hey guys, Island Homesteader here. Just wanted to do a quick product review for a product we bought a week or so ago and have used now to, well, we processed over 50 pounds of apples through the thing, so I didn't want to say anything about it until I had a chance to use it. I've never used one of these before, so this is the first one I've ever had. This one in particular is the Precision Kitchenware, and it's their call it their apple peeler core slicer. It's stainless steel, the luxury black edition. So I really like this thing. It's we've done probably 55 pounds of apples now in the last couple of days that we've run every single apple through there, and it's worked flawlessly. If you've never seen one of these before, you stick the apple, I'll show you here in a second, it's going to be tough with one hand, but you stick the apple on here and you run this thing through and it peels it here, it slices it with this blade, and then it passes it through this circle and cores it all in one move. So, and like I said, this thing's worked really great. It seems to be very well constructed. It is designed in England, made in China. I don't know why that won't focus, but it's made in China. Designed in England, made in China. The company's got a London address. So anyway, this one's got the suction cup base. Some of them have the clamp base that you can clamp down on your counter, but I wanted to be able to put it anywhere on the counter that I wanted and not just on the edge. And the reviews on Amazon, I bought it from Amazon for $19.99, which I think is a great deal. The review said that the suction cup worked great. Nobody had any problems with it, and we have not had any problems with it. It's been just fantastic. So, it works great. It comes in a nice box. Comes with instructions to tell you how the parts of it, safety advice, be careful, blades are sharp, etc. How to set up the device, and then how to use it. The only thing I could knock it a little bit for, and I had read this on a couple of reviews on Amazon, it comes pretty much completely assembled. The only thing you got to do is put this handle on it right here, and the screw is a reverse thread. So when you put it on, it's not righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's lefty-tighty, and that prevents it from coming loose as you turn the handle, which makes perfect sense. But if you're not thinking about that, you might get a little frustrated trying to thread the screw on. Like I said, I had read that on an Amazon review, so I knew that ahead of time. They don't mention that anywhere in the directions, so just be aware of that. But anyway, to use the thing, you just simply set it on the counter anywhere you want. This lever in the back is the suction cup. You turn it, and that thing is not going anywhere. It's firmly on there. A couple of pieces. This is the peeler, and it's adjustable with this wing nut. You can loosen this wing nut and slide this piece up and down for the thickness of the peel that you want. This blade, that's the slicer, and the core is adjustable with this wing nut. So you need to move it up so that it's centered, so that when this piece comes out, it centers the apple through the core. You can also use this thing to peel pears. I haven't. You can also use it to peel potatoes, and again, I haven't. I'm assuming you would just take this whole piece here off, and all it would do is peel. It wouldn't core and slice, obviously, a potato. You can do that with an apple too. If all you want to do is peel an apple or peel pears, you can just stick them on, run it here, take this arm off, and it would not peel and core. So this is on a spring, so that it moves with the apple. We've run some pretty irregular apples through, and it works pretty good. I mean, it does. The more irregular, the harder it operates, but it still worked okay. And then there's an arm here with a spring that when it gets to the end, to pull the arm back, you have to release that arm, and that allows, again, I'm doing this one-handed, that allows this arm to come back to the starting position. The only problem I've had with this thing, and I haven't had it happen, my wife has had it happen, is this spring right here that hooks to the arm and then to this little piece right here came off twice on her while she was peeling, and I'm not sure why. The end here and the end here on this spring are parallel to each other. And maybe if this was turned just a little bit, since the way it hooks here and the way it hooks here is kinda 90 degrees to each other, but not quite, that might stop that from coming off. But like I said, it didn't come off on me, it only came off on my wife, so I'm not sure what she was doing to make it come off. But anyway, so simple to use. You take your apple. I don't know if it has to go on one end or the other. I've always stuck it on the stem end. You push it on these 3 prongs. Like I said, this is one hand. There it is. Suction cup holds tight, and you start turning the handle. As you turn, the apple advances, and you'll see it start to hit the peeler, and then it goes into the core slicer, and it's now peeling, coring, and slicing. It gets through to the end, goes all the way through, and then all you do is grab the apple and slide it right off, and now you have an apple that's been peeled, sliced, and cored. If you want to keep rings, you would take a knife, make one cut, and then all of these, right now it's a spiral, so you would make one cut with a knife, and then these would come off as whole rings. If you cut it all the way through, then you have pieces. That's what I've been doing. I've been making applesauce and apple butter. So I just took a knife cut, just check, make sure it got all the core off, that you don't have any pieces of seed or any of that hard pieces of the core, and that's it. You're done. This thing works really great. There's no adjustment on the slicer for how thick these would be, but these would be perfect if you were dehydrating rings. Like I said, just make one cut and you'd have perfect rings that you could dehydrate, or do whatever you wanted with it. So that's my review. Apple peeler core slicer, precision kitchenware. Mine was $19.99 on Amazon. It cleans up easy. It works great. Like I said, no problems using it. You can see there's very little waste. If you set the blade right to peel, very little waste. And I would highly recommend this to anybody that's in the market for an apple peeler, core, and slicer. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and God bless.